So, first of all, much love to you and yours. I want to wish everybody a happy holidays. Please take the time to spend with your family. Tell them that you love them. Let them know how you care about them. You never know when you're going to go. And I want to also I realized I got a lot of new subscribers. Welcome to the channel. We're like family over here. So I appreciate y'all subscribing to the channel. Still trying to find my way with this whole YouTube thing. Is going mighty slow. Hard to build up from the start, but we're going to keep on flowing and going to the best of our ability. Got a lot of things going on sometimes. Sometimes I think I'm on track, and life throws you some curveballs that you don't expect sometimes. But you just got to breathe, and you just got to keep on pushing on, y'all. So that's what we're doing. Just know your boy's always here, and he got his ear down to the ground. Sometimes, because, everybody, there's a lot of YouTube personalities, a lot of people talking about the same subjects and whatnot. And I'm very interested in them too. But sometimes it just seems like, everybody, there's a lot of people that get a little watered down. I'm a fan of news. I'm a fan of different things. And even me, I'll see 8 reports right when I wake up. And throughout the day, everybody's reporting on the same thing. So sometimes I just like to, even though I got my own personal opinion on things, sometimes I just like to take a step back, listen to other people's point of view, and not to really ride on their coattails or something, but just try to bring my own point of view from it. And sometimes I feel like, it gets a little watered down sometimes. Everybody keeps on talking about the same things, but it's news, y'all. It's what's the flavor of the month. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people, there's a lot of opinions, a lot of things going on, but I always got my ear to the ground, y'all. So just bear with it, brother. We're just going to work out all the kinks and the links. And we're going to keep on pressing on. That's the biggest thing, no matter how you feel. And some people don't think they got a voice. You always matter, y'all. You always matter. It doesn't, I don't really care who you are out there. A lot of times we look at monetary things, and I get it. The world goes around on money sometimes. Well, pretty much all the time. You need money for everything. Some people think if you got money, you got friends. Some people think if you got money, you got more problems. But just know at the end of the day, there is no value that means more than you. You yourself, just believe that you and your soul is worth more in gold, worth more than anything, y'all. And I don't care who you are out there. Everybody in the sound of my voice. Man, woman, child, and the other, my brother. So just remember that you mean something, y'all. And everybody has their value and can contribute to the society. Rather, we can learn from them if they're not doing right, or we can learn different things from everybody, in my personal opinion. Nobody has all the answers, y'all. Nobody has all the answers. If they do, I look at them, or if they think they do, look at them a little sideways a little bit. Everybody can be wrong, but there's some people wrong more than others. And I throw it all up to the good Lord above, y'all. And pray, y'all. It does work. I know a lot of people might not even believe in God, but sometimes you need to just give yourself, y'all. Give yourself. Let go of the ego. Used to be let go of the ego. Now let go of your ego. And you'll be surprised and surrender yourself, and you'll be surprised. Trust me, it doesn't really matter if you believe in God or not. Doesn't mean he don't exist. And it doesn't mean that you aren't going to meet your maker one day. So let's continue on. And I'm just here to basically give you a word on the streets, kids. Make you try to look at things a little different sometimes as you move throughout your everyday life. And I'm going to give you a little buffet, so to speak. Touch on a little here, touch on a little there. Give my opinion in a long format, and then maybe I'll break it up in some sections and keep it posted on. But we're going through some troubled times, y'all. We're going through some troubled times, and I always ask myself, I always say, I just wish we could all come together, y'all. Because we really want the same things. People love feeling loved. People love feeling appreciated. People love contributing to the society. Some people like to hate people. But at the end of the day, I think we all want good things for ourselves. Some people might not. I don't know. We're all thinking a little bit different on some different things. I think it's sometimes a lot of divide and conquer. Because at the end of the day, I feel we all want the same thing. Now, it could be a pipe dream of mine, and it probably is the way we're ripped apart right now. That we all need to recognize what's going on and how we getting played out there, y'all. In my personal opinion, we getting played, man. We're getting their powers that be, or the people that yearn for control, want us fighting. Because if we don't unite, if we're apart, we can't ever unite, y'all. They at the top, we at the bottom. We're separated, and it's hard to reach up to the ones on top unless we stand on each other, unless we sit on each other's shoulders and reach up. Now, you might not believe there's powers that be, but money makes the world go round. And all I'm trying to tell you is that the people that can print money out of thin air and make you indebted to them when everybody needs monetary funds to eat, to get certain things in life. When you have control over something out of thin air and make people indebted to you, that's a lot of power, y'all. That's a lot of power. The whole world's run on it. Now, me or you weren't here to give those people power, but but sometimes, or whenever they got it, they ain't letting up, y'all. So you can believe what you want to believe. What's the word of the week, y'all? It's the word of the week every week. Say it with me, y'all. Conspiracy theory. And if it goes against the establishment, you gotta look the other way. So they'll throw out words like, you're a conspiracy theorist. It's conspiracy. Dude, the bottom line, quit faking the funk, man. The bottom line is you got central banks that control the money that they create out of thin air that make people indebted to them. And there ain't no conspiracy about that, man. You could put any type of label you want. It's just the truth, y'all. It's the truth. Unless you don't know, man, do your homework. So we're going to keep on pressing on, and I'm going to give you a couple words on the streets, kids, to let you know where my mind's at, some things that are on my mind now. If you haven't heard, the word on the streets, kids, is the commander of speech went to Nantucket, y'all. Went to Nantucket for a little Christmas shopping with the fam. Flew up on your dime. Don't really know if he uses personal earnings to buy things, but the whole entourage was the man-hour power. The payments for the man-hour power all was on your dime, y'all. He went to Nantucket, and we ain't even got a bucket to piss in, y'all. But he's doing his thing, looking happy, looking good, looking sharp. Kind of like that jacket he got on. If you know the dudes around Mr. Commander in Speech, they all got the khaki pants on. Probably don't want to mess with them dudes. I know a dude personally in my family that was one. Straight up, no joke. And he's nice. He's nice, y'all. I'm just going to leave it at that. And it was recent, too. I know I wouldn't want to go. I know personally I wouldn't want to battle against dude. He was nice in several different phases. We'll put it like that, y'all. Several different phases. My man was nice. I ain't going to tell you, it was a first lady. He used to guard one of the first ladies recently, too. And my man was nice. Married my cousin. So we're going to keep on pressing on. So if you look, my man got all these people around him. Now I guarantee you that every one of those men guarding the commander in speech got a piece on him, y'all. Got the Nina on them. Every last single one of them. They all got the khaki pants. And my man is well guarded. Now, you can't do that. You try to go to some spots, you would get played out, y'all. You would get played out. You can't even carry it in a lot of places. But my man is well protected. And he should be. He should be well protected. It's a crazy world out there. If it was me, I hope he got a piece on him in case somebody want to try to creep up on my man. Because he deserves, his life matters too, y'all. His life matters too. But he's well protected. The difference is we can't roll like that, y'all. We ain't got a bucket to piss in, y'all. We ain't got it. It's getting harder every day out here in these streets. It keep on going on. I'm going to be eating that Spam turkey, y'all. It's getting hard, and I'm blessed. I know it's hurting people in their pockets, because my pockets is hurting, y'all. And if it keep on, I guess you won't own nothing, and you'll be happy for it. Unfortunately, I ain't smiling a lot lately. So I don't know I know who said it. The World Economic Forum said you won't own nothing and you'll feel happy. I don't know all about that, yo. Especially when you own everything. That's easy for you to say. So we'll keep pressing on, because there's some recent shootings lately. And my man had the audacity to say you're sick. You're sick in your head if you want to protect yourself. He got protection all around him. But if you want to protect yourself, you're sick. You're sick, y'all. I hate hypocrisy. He needs protection, and you need protection. He's no better than you, y'all. These celebrities, all these people that got protection, they're quick to say, yo, give them up, give them up, give up one of your rights. They got people all around them, y'all. All around them. You can't wave a magic wand and take every weapon off the street. Even if you could, you got to take every rock, every stick, because that's mankind. We've been hurting each other since the beginning of time. Somebody bust you over side of your head with a rock. Somebody bust you over side of the head with a stick. People will find a way to hurt you, y'all. And I feel sorry. Every time I see a shooting, they like to blow it up. It's like you can't even relax. Like you want to see what happened. You want to even mourn people. You know, stuff can happen in an instant. You want to look at your family and just thank God they're still here. Hug on them a little bit more. But stuff gets blown up so much and everything turns political. You can't even relax and feel sorry for the people. And you can't even pray for the people. And just send out your condolences before everybody want to politicize everything. To me, that's sick. People just lost their lives and people want to politicize and talk about get one of their rights taken away. Well, I'm sorry if you don't like it, y'all. We live in a constitutional republic. And if you don't like it, y'all, either get the votes to change the Constitution or get the different states to amend the Constitution or just be quiet. Simple as that. You'll never convince me. I don't care if someone, y'all, I've been in these streets, y'all. I've been all around. In your towns. Baltimore, Newark, New York, Philly, all over the place. Pittsburgh, Charlotte, just all over the place. And I have a right to protect myself, man. People are crazy, y'all. Especially when your policies, things that you are doing is making life harder for your people. And then you have the audacity to say, we're sick. You're sick in the head. Want to protect yourself. You're sick. Now, are you sick because you want to protect yourself? Well, you know, some people, hey, man, you know, are you sick because you want to protect yourself? You can answer the question by yourself, y'all. A lot of people got a lot of opinions on that. I ain't going to speak on it right now. But we're sick if we want to protect ourselves. But you got people all around. They all got the khaki pants. Look at them. They're deep. They are deep, y'all. Deeper than any the police. They protect themselves on the streets. They deeper than any gang in America. They're deeper than any gang in America. It's all right for them to protect themselves, but it's not okay for you to protect yourself. There are crazy people in this world, man. There are people that want to cause you harm, man. And you have every right to live just like he has his right to live. And I don't want nobody to do nothing to nobody. That's how I wish it could be. But hey, man, sometimes you keep on wishing upon a star. That's where we're at each other's throat. And I don't want to see harm happen to nobody. And sometimes, you know, I keep on saying it would be a dream of mine for y'all come together, bro. It just seems sometimes or the powers that be portray itself that we're so far apart, and the hyperpolarization that goes on in this country just seems like it gets more split apart. So sometimes I think it's just a pipe dream. Sometimes there's one side that wants everything, becomes a little more authoritative if you don't go with their way, but then you want things to go your way and there's never any give. There's never even no get back. We don't even try to meet halfway. It's always take on one side, and if you don't agree with their policies, you're racist. So I got my right to live just like everybody else got their right to live. Now, every time I see, you know, we had a recent shooting in University of Virginia, some football players, sure you heard about it. Had one in Chesapeake at a Walmart, and we had one at Club Q out in Colorado. And every time I see a shooting like this and I learn that people lost their lives, I feel sorry for all of them, y'all. I'm against violence, and I feel sorry for all of them. But you can't even relax without somebody hyping it up, trying to blame one side of or another, because a lot of times both sides be blaming each other, and a lot of times people be blaming other people. They ain't got nothing to do with it, y'all, and they ain't got nothing to do with it. But we love to be at each other's throats, man. These people just sit back and laugh, man, while they got the guards right outside. But you're sick if you want to protect yourself, man. That's the narrative. You're sick in your head if you want to protect yourself. You can't take a God-given right away. We all have a right to pursue happiness in life, and that's something you can never, ever take away, man. Every time when I see these shootings, these mass shootings, Walmarts, Charlottesville's, Club Q's, I feel sorry for the people, but I see it every day, y'all. You can go to your city and there's people getting shot every day. And you know what the first thing that comes to my mind every time I see this? Every person that got shot, and may they rest in peace too. And may their families have healing over this holidays. Because that's a bad thing to learn about, that one of your family members got murdered by a psychopath over the holidays. That's hard to take, and I wish them love and healings. But every time I see a victim, I wish they had one. I wish they had a Nina to protect themselves. That's the first thing in my mind. What would happen if they had one and could protect themselves? Because a lot of times it don't work like that. A lot of times, sometimes people be at each other. One person get hit, one person don't. But you can't wipe it all away, y'all. It's the nature of man unless you get rid of man. It's always been here, and it always will be. So you could take everything away and we would still get at each other's throats, especially when there's people that want us fighting amongst each other to keep the eye off them, y'all. They don't want the eye on them, y'all. They want the eye on you. And it's senseless every time, man. It's senseless, and I just wish these people had a way to have something on them. Police officers don't rush to the situation without one, y'all. If some shooting happened, you best believe the police that go to that area to take care of the problem have their weapon of choice on them. Because that's the only way you can take care of it. You got to fight fire with fire. You can't fight fire with flowers, y'all. It don't work like that. You can't make it all disappear. Even if you did it, all you're going to do is hurt everybody, y'all. And it's our country. It's our Second Amendment right. Whether you like it or not, either change it through the amendments, through the state, or move to another country, y'all. We're a constitutional republic. That's the foundation of the country. If you don't like it, either don't roll with it yourself, good luck, or move out the country. I don't know what to tell you, but there's means to do it. You just don't jerk everything away from everybody. It's not my fault that some psychopath did something, man. That is not my fault, y'all. If a dude drinks and gets in a car and drives down the road and hits somebody with the car, that's not my fault. I had nothing to do with it. If I drink a beer at home, I ain't got nothing to do with it. People are like, wow, why do you need something with a magazine that carries that much? I don't know, man. You never know, yo. You never know. Why does your car say 160 miles an hour when you can't drive that fast anywhere in the country? Why? Because you never know. You might have to speed up and go at one time. Most everywhere in the country you can't go over 75, 80 miles an hour in some spot. Why does your car go over 100? Because you never know. You might have to get in front of a tornado, bearing down on your hind parts, y'all. So that's just where I stand with it, man. I wish I could mourn more. It just as a country and come together and talk about things. But, man, you try to talk about it, people get mad, man. Narratives get pushed like crazy for agendas and turn political. And I don't care who you are, they hype certain ones up when people are dying in the hood and all around you every day getting shot. Little kids, and I feel bad for each one of them, y'all. Every time I see it, every time, I go on the internet, it pops up news feeds in my area and I see it, shooting. I see it every day, man. And I read the articles and I'm like, dang, man. Girls getting ready for their first prom and accidents happen, man. That's the society we live in. You know what I'm saying? Things happen. That's the world we live in. But every time I see a victim, the first thought that goes in my head, not to politicize everything, but I wish they had a way to fight back and protect themselves. You got every right to protect yourself, sir. You do. Never want anything to happen to this man. And no shape, form, or fashion in that way. I don't wish that on nobody. I don't wish death on nobody, y'all. I don't care, man. Karma could come and get you. I don't wish nothing on nobody. But you got a right to be protected, and you know better than me, man. Just because you're a president, in my household, I'm the president. You in the White House, and this is the James house. And I'm a president. So that's my thoughts. Let me know yours in the comment section below, yo. But we're going to move on. Now, it's getting rough out there, y'all. This economy keep going like it's going. Let me just back up a little bit. Economy keep on going like it's going. It's going to get more hectic. And there's policies that you're creating that's making my life hectic, and you ain't got to worry about it. I have to worry about it. People are losing their minds on these streets. You're well protected. It's your policies that are hurting the economy that's making my life hectic, and it ain't ever going to come to you. You might look bad in the papers. You might have to face a reporter. But at the end of the day, it's your policies that could get me wiped out. It's not my policies dictating what you do in your life. You could really care less what I think. You really could. But it's your direct policies that are making this economy and making families lose their whole life savings and and people are gonna lose it, and it's getting worse, y'all. It's gonna get worse. It's what the channel's about, man. It might not be the end of the world, but it could be the end of your world if you're broke and starved to death. So that's where I'm at with that. I'm gonna move right along. Now you got my boy Kanye in the news. Yay. I don't think he likes being called Kanye. It's Ye. Mama named him Kanye. I'm gonna call him Kanye. Nah, I respect the man and call him Ye. Guess it's Ye now. So it's probably one big distraction at the end of the day. Got a lot of stuff popping off, y'all. Lot of stuff popping off. You know, probably it's a big mega superstar. Just that in itself, wondering eyes are gonna appear just because of that in itself, and add a little bit of some other stuff that's talking, and it's gonna attract some eyes. So at the end of the day, it's probably a distraction because we got a lot of things going on, y'all. So, you know, I look behind the curtain, you know, but if you want me to little thoughts about it or whatever. First of all, they like to use little words, keywords like you're racist, you're anti-Semitic, you're a white supremacist, you're far right, you're far left. Try to label a whole bunch of people. Now, at first, Kanye, he's not a very good communicator. You know, when I first heard him popping off about all this, he's not the best communicator. He even said it. And he's looking at one thing, and it's a whole bunch of things. You can look up names and look up certain things, certain companies. And you see that a lot of people do own it. A lot of companies. You can't take people within a certain group and then say all those people within that group act the same. So he's probably trying to just learn something. Nah, well, man, I don't know nothing about no Hollywood. Know nothing about it, y'all. Not a mega superstar. But there's a lot that I know that Ye don't know. Some people might think he's a genius and he might be smart at some thing. Like when it comes to, you know, my man's nice on a mic. A lot of people like the dude. They like his beats. He's talented when it comes to fashion. You know, he made his way in it. You can't deny it. Might need a little help in the marketing department lately, but hey, maybe he is marketing himself. Who knows? So, but he does have a right to say it, even though you might hate it, y'all. He has every right in the world to say it. You don't have to agree with it. I don't agree with it at all, but it's his right to say it. And I have a right to deny it, and you have a right, if you don't like it, you don't have to listen to it or boast your opinion about it. Just like I'm boasting my opinion. You have a right to say that. But a lot of people are calling my man crazy, and I know, now I wouldn't call him crazy. I'm not a doctor. I'm not certified as a doctor, so I couldn't tell you if he's really crazy. And a lot of people are calling him crazy, and they ain't a doctor either. So that's first of all. We used to say don't diagnose. Everybody wants to diagnose. Now, you might be saying to yourself, well, Isaac James, you be calling everybody crazy. There is a difference of calling people crazy and acting crazy than really thinking somebody is certified crazy. I'm not a doctor. Maybe they're playing around with Ye. Maybe they are, and I'm just taking it the wrong way. But people really think the dude is out of his mind, and I'm just saying, before you put a label on someone, you might want to sit there and talk to him in person. There's clips, all types of stuff. People take words out of context. So I call people crazy because people be acting crazy. Am I a certified doctor that can label them crazy? No, I'm not. A lot of people be, whenever I'm around these celebrities, I haven't been around Ye, but I've been around celebrities, Beyonce's, Jay-Z, Common, Cedric the Entertainer. Been around a lot. And people be like, I'm the type of dude, whenever I'm around them, everybody's like, oh, can I get a picture? Or can I get an autograph? I never asked none of them for an autograph. Ever. Because I feel like they should ask me for my autograph. And everybody might be, yo, man, who is you? I'm Isaac James, man. That's who I be. I feel like they should ask me for my autograph. Like, who is you, yo? I know you is you, but I ain't sweating you or nothing. And I'm not just doing it because you're a celebrity, but I'm not just going to go, hey, man, can I get an autograph? I don't care. I don't want to be in the club, man. You make no difference to me, dude. But they like to put labels on people. They call you anti-Semitic even, far right. White supremacists. They call Nick Fuentes white supremacist, and he's hanging out with a black dude all day. I don't know how many white supremacists hang out with black dudes all day, but y'all can think what you want. I ain't trying to tell you what to think, and I don't know if he is or not. Some people say he made comments. It's a little strange. People want to call Nick Fuentes a white supremacist, and he hangs out with a black dude. And when Kanye's like, tell him, Nick, he starts speaking like it's his little poodle or something. So not only is he hanging out with with a black dude all day. When the dude tells him to speak, he starts talking. So y'all can think what you want on that. Now, is he gay? In my opinion, I don't know. Could be one big troll, one big distraction. He's made anti-Semitic statements, big time. Do I believe that? Yes. Do I agree with him? No. But there's a lot of stuff going on, man. We brought him back. We brought a whole bunch of, we fought World War II and brought a whole bunch of German scientists back here. And this dude's like a rapper, entertainer dude, man. He has his opinion. And everybody has their opinion. You made statements. You want to cut them off, man. If it was me, I would slow down just a little bit. Hey, slow down, bro. Breathe. Think you can't articulate very well when it comes to something like this. Some people think he's genius. I'll put it that way. When it comes to fashion and genius with music and beats, and other people think he's a genius. But in some spots, he's not a genius. Marketing department probably took a L. Or maybe it didn't. I know it's all eyes on him right now. He has the right to say, just like you have the right to say. Everybody got a right to say. And it's funny how they call different conservatives, and yes, conservatives, I'm talking to you, saying you're a white supremacist, you're far right. They even tell Candace Owens that. And just that negative content, hearing that word, a white supremacist, how it pops in your head, automatically a person's bad. They hit you with a label, and right there, just painting a picture, and 90% of the country hear that and fall for it. So now they're saying it to Kanye. Is he? Did he make? I don't know if he is or not. I haven't hung out with the dude. At the end, he's saying, love everybody, but whatever. But just say, has he made statements? Yes. Is he? It appears to be. So maybe you don't need no more evidence. I'm just saying, if I start throwing labels on someone. So that's just me. Y'all can do what you want to do, but I think we're all getting played, man. Maybe he knows exactly what he's doing, y'all. I don't know. He got his opinion, you got your opinion, and I got my opinion. And I don't agree with his opinion, but I probably don't agree with your opinion either. Now, I never been to Hollywood. I'm not a global megastar. So I really don't know. You hear these comedians, well, white people, they got funny taste buds. Everybody's like, everybody's laughing. Say that about some other race, and you're racist as hell. You can't have a group of people without having the individual people make up that group. And saying that those group of people act the same, you would be wrong. Could they have the same colored skin? Yes. But to say they all act the same, that is incorrect. Got surfer dudes, you got skateboarder dudes, all types of people that make up a group. So try to say that every person within that group act the same. Well, that would be a false statement. Depending if you say they look the same, you can put a generalization all over them and say they act the same, like they do certain things. But do you know every one of those people personally? How do you know for sure they do that thing or not? My man's probably a genius in his own way in certain things, business wise. My man's almost like a genius, but in other ways he's not a genius. Like, I could tell you that him and Kim, they weren't gonna make out. Like, their whole thing wasn't gonna make it, y'all. Even though I think homeboy really loves the girl, you can see it. You can see it, man. My man's in love, and I appreciate love, so I respect that. But love's blind, and if I knew him, I would be like, yo, bro, just tread carefully, bro, because it's probably not gonna make it. Now you got kids involved and all types of stuff, but I'm sure they'll be okay. But you never know, man. Money ain't everything, man. Sometimes mentals get twisted, man. Money ain't the healer of all things. So yay, bro. Probably never hear this, but if anybody knows this cat, dude, just slow down, bro. Slow down and breathe, man. You're a global superstar and you got a lot of people in your corner, man, but you gotta slow down, brother. You're getting too far out there, man. Slow down, brother, and think, man. You know, you say you're doing God's work, but then you're talking against God's people. You can't take people within a certain group and then say all those people within that group act the same. That's wrong. Kanye, I know you mean well, bro, but you gotta slow down. Slow down. That brand Nubian joint. Slow down. Breathe, brother. Get your thoughts together. Wish you luck, dude. I don't want to see nobody canceling bank accounts taken away. But there's the powerful. There's people in means that could do that to a man, and there's people that can't. And the Jewish lady up my block ain't blocking your account out, man. So slow down with that, y'all. Quit grouping people together, man. Because you want somebody to group you. But I'll just leave y'all with this. Something to ponder on. A lot of that speech is just over your head because the woke ain't really awake. They walking dead. And that's why I don't like the whole narrative, man. Come on, y'all. They be acting like there's going to be a white supremacist when you open up your cereal box in the morning, going to jump out at you and get you. That's how they be acting. And the commander-in-chief tells you the biggest thing you got to worry about in this country is white supremacists. Now, I don't know about you, but for me, I face life every day, and white supremacists is far down on my list. Now, I'm not saying they don't exist. They do exist. People that hate people will always be there, you know? Some of them is fighting over there in Ukraine. So I'm not going to sit here and say they don't exist. But when the commander-in-chief tells you that's the number one threat, see, I think he's misleading the people. What he really wants to say, and he never says it, is it's the number one threat to him because, or he may perceive it to be the number one threat to him. And I think he's misleading people because what he means to say is it's the right, it's the conservative people. He don't want to come out and say it, but it's like his long work around saying it's the conservative Christians in America. That's what he means to say. So he don't tell you about, I mean, he even told Charlemagne, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. And Charlemagne didn't even say anything. You let a dude that was a mentor and a friend of the exalted Cyclops tell you if you don't vote for him, you ain't black. And I bet you he went out and voted for him. That's where we're at, y'all. We're not thinking straight, y'all. And then turn around and vote for the same people that put those things you hated to begin with in practice, in real life. You could talk, but these dudes is walking a walk, and you go and vote for them, y'all. And I know the truth hurts, man. So what am I supposed to think when he says something like that, when he's the one that speaks at Robert Byrd's eulogy, called him a mentor and a friend? Should I be worried about him? Let's check this out. Headline, AP, Biden did not eulogize former KKK Grand Wizard by Jude Jaffeblock and Marcos Martinez Chacon. October 10th, 2020. Claim when former KKK Grand Wizard Robert Byrd died in 2010, he was eulogized by Democratic presidential candidate Joe Biden, which is now our president. Most of all y'all even voted for the dude, but you weren't about those evil Christian conservatives, those racists. AP's assessment. Partially false. Biden did eulogize Senator Robert C. Byrd when he died. Now see how they use the headline? Biden did not eulogize former KKK Grand Wizard. But he did eulogize Senator Robert C. Byrd when he died. But Byrd was not a Grand Wizard. So you could say, see how they like playing with words? Partially false. Biden did eulogize Senator Robert C. Byrd when he died. But Byrd was not a Grand Wizard in the Ku Klux Klan. He was a member of the KKK in the early 1940s, but later renounced his affiliation with the hate group. Now, I hope they went back and did their research. Now, I don't know if they got a flex capacitor, go back to 1940s to see if he was or not. I don't know. The facts. Let's get the facts, y'all, from the AP. Byrd died in 2010 at the age of 92, and he was the longest serving senator in American history. A widely shared post on Facebook claims when he died in 2010, former KK Grand Wizard Robert Byrd was eulogized by Joe Biden. Go ahead, Facebook fact checkers. Verify this, I dare you. But the post is misleading. Byrd never held the post of Grand Wizard in the Ku Klux Klan, a top leadership role, though he was a member of the organization in the early 1940s. As a young man in West Virginia, Byrd recruited members of the local KKK chapter and was elected to the post of Exalted Cyclops. Now, I don't know what the heck Exalted Cyclops is, and he might not have been a Grand Wizard or whatever, but you can make an argument that recruiting everybody to the KKK chapter could be worse. I mean, my man's recruited them. So let's continue on. According to his 2005 autobiography, later in 1964, when Byrd had become a Democratic U.S. Senator, he stalled and opposed major civil rights legislation. Byrd later renounced his early political views. He called his KKK affiliation an extraordinary foolish mistake. In his autobiography, by Outlook. My only explanation for the entire episode is that I was solely afflicted with tunnel vision. It's June and immature outlook, seeing only what I wanted to see because I thought the Klan could provide me an outlet for my talents and ambitions. What is his talents? Recruiting. When Byrd died in 2010, the Civil Rights Organization, the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, praised him for his capacity to change. Senator Byrd reflects the transformation power of this nation. Read a statement by the NAACP. President Joe Biden, NAACP President. Ben jealous. Senator Byrd went from becoming an active member of the KKK to being a stalwart supporter of the Civil Rights Act, the Voting Rights Act, and many other pieces of the seminal legislation that advanced the civil rights and liberties of our country. Biden did eulogize Byrd at his funeral and called him a mentor and a friend. Since 2019, posts on the social media have criticized Biden, suggesting he is racist for associating with Byrd. But these posts often do not mention that Byrd had changed his positions decades earlier and apologized for his previous views. So, y'all can talk all you want to about the other side. You see, he's worried that the conservatives are just gonna try to take his spot. He wants to ride to the top. So he want to throw out that the racists, they'll put you back in chains. They the ones with the chains, y'all. And the part of it is we go and vote for these jokers, man. How many people out there voted for Biden, man? Because you thought the other side is super racist. Biden's calling out, saying he's a mentor and a friend. Y'all can keep playing these games if you want, man. Then y'all go out and vote for the joker that called a former KKK, let's put it like this, a former KKK recruiter, an exalted Cyclops, a mentor, and a friend. And then y'all go and vote for him and say the other side's racist. All gets forgiven on one side. The other side just never forgive. You know why? Because they want to remain in power and deem the other side a threat. They'll throw out false statements about those people so they don't come for the spot, y'all. So y'all can believe what you want. I ain't trying to tell you what to believe, but over here, we're aware of everything, man. So y'all stay tuned, because you know your boy Isaac James got his ear to the ground. I had this young lady that used to work for me, comes up to me and says, I turned 18. It's time for me to vote. Can't wait. I'm so excited. This was a past election. And I said, well, who you voting for? And she said to me, I'm voting for Biden, because my mom said that's what us blacks do. We vote Democrat. She's so excited to vote, but she can't even learn, because that's what is instilled in us, that the Democrats are going to sit here and try to help us out, that the Democrats are our friends. There's so much of our friends. How come most Democrat-run cities never get better? Why would the people help you out if they need your vote like that and always promise you something? Why will they? Because they talk. They never walk the walk every time. They say the other side want to put you in chains, but they're the ones that did put you in chains. And we can look all the way back to slavery and we hear this. We can recognize slavery for what it was. We never can look back in time and recognize who was enslaving us, and that was Democrats. You hear this thing? The party switched. You do your homework, you find out there's hardly anybody that switched. 2 to 3 people at the most. And it even says they switched back. You do your homework, you're going to learn those Dixiecrats, they switched, 2 or 3 of them, then they switched back. And that's only 2 or 3 of them. The parties never switched. People just throw that in the air and they run with it because they don't understand. Now, that's a conspiracy theory, but feel me? But they don't want to say and call that a conspiracy theory, the great switch. We're getting played, y'all. We're getting played. And we got to start recognizing the facts. These people ain't got our backs, man. How come every Democrat city's run down, crime-ridden, filled with drugs? Ain't a Republican that been around for 30 years. How come our school system, our schools in inner cities, learning at horrible rates, graduation rates are terrible. Ain't learning nothing. Whole school boards, Democrats. Ain't a Republican around. And then they tell you, oh, they don't give money to inner cities. They get money for inner cities, y'all. they get money for inner cities. It just gets, like most things that the government runs, it doesn't get down to its people. That's what's going on. And you can sit there and lie to yourself and you can keep on lying, but it ain't ever gonna get better if you don't want to recognize the truth and recognize what these people are doing to you. If you can't recognize and quit lying to yourself. Some people can't see it, man. Some people can. Some people can. And you might label me a certain way and think I'm anti-government. I ain't anti-government at all, y'all. I'm anti somebody lying to my face all the time, thinking I ain't got nothing to say about it when I have a First Amendment right that allows me to address my grievances. People do stuff every day. Now, just because the guy got the big house on the hill and you ain't got nothing, you ought to be grateful for what you got, y'all. You ought to be grateful for what you got. And think how you think on the everyday life, because what you see doesn't mean all the time. You know, I grew up, I'll leave you with this. I come from a big family, y'all, a big one. And sometimes, you know, it got rough. And all I would have to eat is most night rice and beans. And most of the time they were lima beans, and I can't stand lima beans to this day. And people would, as I got older, you know, I would tell them that, and they'd be like, dang, man, that's all you had to eat? I'd eat 2 little beans because I hate lima beans. And the whole time I used to grow up and I used to think that, man, I grew up rough. Man, I grew up poor. Till I was talking to a guy, and if he's listening, he probably knows who this is about him. I ain't gonna mention no names. I was telling him that, and you know what he told me? He said, we grew up the same. We had rice and beans, but if we went and played in the street and we came back, my mom put the pot on the stove, and if you didn't get back in time, you went hungry for the day. So I spent years telling people how bad I felt, and this dude in one sentence changed my whole perspective. I'm thinking I'm the only one and I grew up like this. Dude made it sound like it was no big deal, and I used to be mad about that situation for years, and this dude just dropped all that in one sentence, and I was like, dang, man. Here I'm going angry at the world because I grew up like that. And this dude looking at me like, yo, man, who's you trying to play, kid? I grew up like that every day. If at least I could get rice. My mans couldn't even get rice if he wasn't home. So don't think, you know, just because you don't have the big house on the hill or certain clothes or something. There, you know, I was listening to a man and I started doing some more studies. And even if your family owns a car or you own a car, you're richer than 75% of everybody in the world, y'all. Even if you own a car. But we don't look at it like that. We always want what the next man got. We always saying quit hating, but we are the biggest player haters out, man. We are the biggest player haters out. Always wondering what the next man got. But even if you own even though if you own a car, you're richer than 75% of the world, y'all. But you think equality, you ain't equal because dude owns a big house and it's bigger than yours. Sad, man. Sad how these people got us thinking, hating on one another. We play hating all day long. Playing hating. We're the most materialistic culture the world has ever seen. And if you ain't got your stuff right, you're worrying about the girl that's gonna hate on you. You're worrying about the dudes that's picking on you because your clothes don't look straight. Worrying about the girl that's gonna clown you, never give you the time of day because you look poor. So we go out and we try to make moves. Most of the time, sometimes, not everybody, could be the wrong ones. Land yourself in prison because you trying to look fly, perpetrating something you're not. Then you got a record. Now you're going to grow up even poorer because people with records, it's hard to get a job. And we always blaming everybody else, but we don't want to look at ourselves. And it's just getting old, y'all. It's getting old. Recognize you're not right all the time. Humble yourself. Same way it goes to Mr. Ye, you ain't right all the time, bro. Humble yourself, bro. Elect the rejects. Now, leading up to touch on these elections, because I haven't even talked to you about it yet. In elections, you know, you can say what you want to say, believe what you want to believe, y'all. You know, I like to look at it like, you know that saying, it is what it is? Well, the results are the results. You could think there's a lot of extracurricular activities going on, but unless you have proof, unless somebody that is in a position to do something about it is willing to hear the side, there's nothing we could do about it. We could scream all day. You could scream all day. But there's certain things that need to be done to get heard, and it just seems like when one side wants it, they pump that up all day. Another side feel like they're not getting fairly represented to get shut down. But the results are the results. One side can speak on it and one side can't. And all we hear about leading up to it was democracy, democracy, democracy. Even though we live in a constitutional republic, they're trying to hurt democracy. Even though some people feel like they haven't been fairly represented in democracy, and they could be right or wrong. I think we're quick to shut somebody off and we're not even willing to hear them, y'all. People are just want to air their grievances and just hear it, but you get shut down. You can't talk about it. And my personal opinion, we all getting played, man. You know, you think Halloween was over. But it's the nightmare before Christmas, y'all. And people are electing vampires. People are electing Frankensteins. People are electing geriatric Ninja Turtles. Even if you're on the other side, even if you're conservative, you vote on a person, and then they go to DC and vote this joker in. This dude's been in MIA all the time. This dude's been MIA all the elections, y'all. Haven't heard a word. You vote somebody in and they go to DC and vote for this cat, y'all. He'll talk something and things that you want represented from your point of view. He goes and votes the other way half the time. And then the person you vote for go to DC and vote this joker in. It's like I'm becoming a political atheist. I just don't believe nobody no more. How could you? These people lie to us every day, man. But think what you want to think. I ain't trying to tell you what to think, y'all. So you're thinking it's Halloween was over, but it's the nightmare before Christmas. And we got vampires, and we got Frankensteins, and we got geriatric Ninja Turtles. And you wonder why. You sit back and you be like, well, is it fair? How could somebody vote in a vampire and a Frankenstein? How could that be possible? It's possible because people are gone, y'all. People are losing their minds. This dude can't even talk right. And people vote for this cat. I even seen a video, this lady in Philly talk about the dude is smart and very intelligent. The dude can't even talk, y'all. That's where we're at. People are voting in Frankensteins and vampires, man. And it's the nightmare before Christmas. And the other side ain't too much better because you got geriatric Ninja Turtles. Geriatric Mutant Ninja Turtles. Geriatric Mutant Ninja Turtles. Geriatric Mutant Ninja Turtles. Turtles in a half shell. Turtle power. That's why it's just getting a joke to me, man. Vampires, Frankensteins, geriatric Ninja Turtles. And if you get upset, it's like, shut up and just don't speak. Democracy, democracy, democracy. You know what democracy is? It's two wolves voting to eat the sheep for dinner. Now, as a minority in this country, it seems like you would want a constitution. Because the constitution and the way we run things keep those two wolves eating you, bro. But you don't even know. You don't even get it. You speak up against it. But as a minority, if you're a minority of a country, you probably watch out a little bit for the democracy. Because that democracy can get you hemmed up a lot. That's all I'm trying to say. But people are gone, y'all. You know, you could think there was extracurricular activities going on, but nothing surprises me because people are gone and they would vote for a vampire and a Frankenstein, y'all. That's where we're at. Don't surprise me at all. Think whatever you want to think. The results are the results. That's where we're at. I mean, it's so bad. It's so bad. We even vote for dead people, y'all. That's where we're at. That's where we're at. We even vote for dead people. That's where people's mentalities is at. Have no idea what's going on. They just walk in and check whatever box they think they're affiliated with. We even voting in dead people. Headline. Full list of dead people who won their elections on Tuesday by Nick Reynolds on November 9th, 2022. Newsweek. Several weeks before Tuesday's election, Dan Smith, a Republican running for city attorney in the San Diego suburb of Chula Vista, demanded the San Diego County Democratic Party stop promoting and encouraging voters to elect their nominee for the post, Simon Silva. In most jurisdictions, such a claim would be seen as a denunciation reserved only for candidates so morally repugnant no political party should be allowed to support them. Smith, however, had good reason to protest. Silva was dead and had been for more than a month. If elected, the city would be required to hold a special election to replace him, a process the San Diego Union Tribune reported would cost the city significant funds to accomplish, and telling voters otherwise, Smith claimed was fraud. It's wasting money. Misinformation by perpetrating this fraud on the voters of Chula Vista is potentially causing the expenditure of millions of dollars, which is a substantial amount of taxpayer funds, Smith wrote in a letter to the local party. Smith's pleas, it seemed, went unheeded. When most of the vote tallied late Wednesday, Smith was leading to deceive Silva by nearly 150 votes in a highly competitive election year in the city. But while eyebrow raising Silva's apparent success not unique this cycle, In Tennessee, the late Memphis area state representative Barbara Cooper, who died about 2 weeks before the election day, defeated independent Michael Porter Tuesday night to defend her seat in the Tennessee State House. Go ahead, Barbara Cooper. You defended your seat even while you was dead. Go ahead, Barbara Cooper. Meanwhile, in Pennsylvania, a longtime state representative, Tony DeLuca, won re-election to the seat in Harrisburg in a landslide Tuesday night, despite the fact the Pittsburgh Democrat died of lymphoma last month. That's where we're at. We elect vampires, Frankensteins, geriatric mutant ninja turtles, and dead people. Who's at your table? Men on one side at the holiday buffet, but who's at your table? Could be your aunt that's a little liberal, and could be your significant other. Could be a dude that don't even believe in God when you do. Who's at your table when it comes to the holiday buffet? Is it too late to reach out and try to help our fellow man? Jesus tried to look out for everybody. So I'm going to not sit at the head of the table. I'm going to leave that open for God at the holiday buffet. And I want you to think, if you're having a get together with your family and who's all at that table, try to reach out. And we can't turn our backs, because the day we turn our backs on each other and let these people keep rocking us, all of us, is the day as a people, black, white, Hispanic, Asian, all people of the United States ain't gonna make it. The day that we all turn our backs on one another. And if it comes to that, like it's looking like that, we're gonna fall. But I believe in people. I believe people have value no matter what. We'll argue about that other stuff at another time. It is a red sirens warning, y'all. I want to reach out and grab somebody. I want to reach out and talk. Don't hate it, debate it. Lose your ego on both sides. We're going to lose this country. But I still think there's other people on the other side, no matter what side you ride on, are worth saving, worth trying to talk to. We need as much of people's minds that we can. Now, if people are lost and they don't want to hear nothing, let them be lost and not hear nothing. But the people that you can actually debate and engage with and don't want to rip each other's heads off, debate them. It's all right. Talk about politics. A lot of people don't want to talk about politics. Can't talk about religion. Can't talk about politics. Talk about it. Why not? Who's saying that? You need to talk about them. Our country is falling apart, y'all. Y'all live your life. Y'all be good. Again, happy holidays to you and yours. It's your boy Isaac James for SE Wolverines. Always got our ear to the ground. Make sure y'all stay in tune. If you want to know how it goes down, I appreciate if y'all hit that subscribe button if you like what you're hearing and like what you're seeing. You see that bell at the top? Where at, man? The one at the top. Click it. It might not go ding, but it'll let you know next time that we do our thing. Hit that like button, y'all. I appreciate it. Y'all live your life maintaining your brain. SE.